This episode is sponsored by Malibu. Hey Huns, here on the Hundamental Guide to Life, we're letting the fun shine this winter with Malibu. For this week's episode, I'm sipping on a delicious passion fruit daiquiri, just one of the gorgy cocky teas that can be made with Malibu. Why not join me in a drink as you listen to this week's episode by checking out the super easy recipes on Malibu's Instagram page at Malibu Rum UK. Come on Huns, let the fun shine this winter with Malibu. Over 18s only. Roll up, oh come Hun, all you faithful, and settle in for another episode of the Hundamental Guide to Life podcast with me, Gareth from Hunsnet. Now, as you know, each week I invite a guest to delve in the world of Hundom and give their take on living their best Hun life. And this week, we have an actual queen. A real queen. It's the pocket rocket from season 3 of UK Drag Race. It is Elektra Fence. Hey up, cocker, how are you?
I've got a mouthful of jammy Dodgers. Other biscuits are available.
Are you trying to get a sponsorship deal with Jammy Dodgers? Is that what this is about?
I'm trying to get all the sponsor deals, Gareth. I'm trying to get Greg's, I'm trying to get Costa, I'm trying to get everything.
And how's that going for you so far?
It's going so well. They're knocking at the doors, Gareth.
So, Elektra, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now, we know each other from a little bit way back, right?
Yeah, we've known each other for a while now. Yeah, since the Panny D, really, isn't it?
Since the Panny D. So I think to give context to our listeners now, for anybody who's come to our Hun brunches, other brunches are available, but you don't want to go to those. You want to come to the Hun brunch, of course. For anyone who's come to the Hun brunches, and we know that we have lots of people who've joined us right from the beginning, you will know Elektra Fence as our resident in-house drag Dallin, where she's been performing with us and for us over the last year. And then sort of slap bang in the middle of that, this whole drag race thing kicked off, right?
It just happened. I don't know what happened. But like 1 minute I'm like rolling around on the floor at a Hundsnet brunch. The next minute I'm on the main stage. I was like, what's going on here?
It's like rags to riches, slags to riches.
Yes.
So we'll talk more about the drag race journey as the episode goes on, because I want to delve into that and find out some behind the scenes goss, because we haven't spoken too much about it, but hopefully you can give us some exclusives here on the Hundamental Guide to Life.
We'll see.
One thing we do with all of our guests on the Hundamental Guide to Life is to find out where they are on the sort of Hun scale. What sort of Hun are you? Now, I'm going to ask you off the bat, would you consider yourself a Hun?
I am a Hun. I'm the queen of Huns.
Well, I mean, there is a few pop stars and TV presenters out there who might contest you for that, but everyone can be a queen.
I'll be the princess of Huns.
Princess of Huns, the people's princess of Huns.
The nation's favourite Hun.
Well, that's a big title, and good luck with that, defending that. Okay. So we want to know if you're Hun or not. So we've got some honey questions to see where you sit on this Hun scale. Now, you know, the Huns and memes and everything like that. We love the X Factor and we love a vintage X Factor quote. So is there a quote from the X Factor that lives in your everyday life?
I love 10. I love the 10. I've been singing all my life, all around the towns and everything. I can sing Sheila E., Kylie, Danny. I could probably do Danny as well. I can sing better than Madonna.
You better.
Yeah.
I think. Of course, for anybody who doesn't know who that is, of course, Rachel Lester, who she could be Queen of Huns. We love Rachel Lester here at Hunsnet. So yeah, we love a Rachel Lester quote. Anyone else from the X Factor?
You want to hear me roar?
Oh, that was Ariel, wasn't it? Who's no longer with us. Rest in peace, Ariel. But thanks for giving us that golden nugget.
Very, very harsh.
Very, very harsh, Kelly.
Have you seen what's the one with the girl who's, I think her dad made the dress?
Oh, the one where she's like, I can't do anymore. I can't.
So fun fact, I text Kitty Scott Claus all the time. I always send her pictures of that girl and say it's her.
Kitty Scott Claus is one of your fellow sisters from season 3. Mm-hmm. Of course, if you're a Hun, you'll know Kitty as well. And I've got a Kitty confessional, and I've not said this to you yet. I was going to voice note you this. So me and my boyfriend were watching last week's episode of the show,
mm-hmm.
and he turned around to me and he went, "Oh my God, I just got what Kitty's name means. And it's Kitty's got claws."
Yeah.
And we literally went there, Oh my God. So we've been sat there and all the time we've known Kitty, we didn't realise the play on words until last week.
What?
I know. But the thing is because I'll be honest with you, we because of claws and the way that Kitty sells it, I'm thinking in my head Santa Claus, so I'm thinking it's like there's a play there, but it's not Kitty's got claws.
This is close.
Yeah, Mrs. Claus. Kitty, I apologise on behalf of myself and my boyfriend. We now stand corrected, and we now know that Kitty's got claws is the play on words for Kitty Scott claws.
God rest her soul.
Which one?
All of them.
Brilliant. Just to go off on a little bit of a quote tangent. Now, we love a quote with of course memes love quotes. Now, there's one quote. Do you remember when we were on that trip back from the gig? We did a gig in, where was it? Huddersfield. And do you remember that train back? And we kept doing, do you remember the one from the Josie Cunningham, the Apple Mac box, so to speak?
Yes.
So we love a Josie Cunningham quote as well. What's the quote we were doing?
We've got 5 sugar daddies at the moment, the eldest being 65.
Isn't it something about a ridiculously expensive fish tank? What sort of things do they buy you?
Luxury items, so to speak. A ridiculously expensive fish tank, Apple MacBooks, curling one. And then Ruth goes, oh, what about Christian? Oh, you got to throw the bootins in there.
So that's the Josie Cunningham when she's on this morning chatting to Eamon and Ruth about having sugar daddies. That's what I love about Hunsnet and the whole Hun thing, is that these random references from things that just should be so fly away are such staples in our lives.
There should be a museum.
Yeah, a Hun museum. A Hun museum. Well, I tell you what, let's talk about something else that could go in the Hun museum. Have you ever owned, this is back to the Hun scale, have you ever owned a pair of bootcut jeans?
No, but I always wanted them. Did you ever see the ones with the butterfly on them?
Oh, like the ones which had like jewels and sparkly bits on the thighs.
Girls at school used to wear them because I went to an all-boys school, but then in year 9 we merged with the girls.
Okay.
So all the girls had those after school. They'd whack them on out of the back, really creased, and they'd walk out in the puddles, and the puddle water at the bottom. Oh, it just made the look even more iconic.
That was a particular moment in time, wasn't it? Like wet bottom jeans, you know, and then they used to fray at the back, and then obviously all the boys used to have like the work shoes that go, the square-toed work shoes on them. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I don't like it when people wear work shoes with jeans.
I know, it's a bit much. I'm talking about it's like a throwaway. It is too much. It's not even a bit much.
They'll do it now. I've seen it in Wetherspoons. There are other pubs available. I'm like, no.
So it's very much definitely definite no to work shoes and a bootcut jean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love a bootcut jean though.
We do. A nice kick flare and a nice, pinkle wicker shoe. Okay, so picture this. You're frolicking in the snow with a special some Hun. Are you wearing a hat with a fluffy pom-pom on it? You know the ones I'm talking about, the glittery one.
I'm not just wearing one fluffy pom-pom, I'm wearing 2 fluffy pom-poms.
Really?
And I've got one on my bag as well.
Straight out of Narnia.
She's ready. She's going back in that closet, into Narnia.
Going back there.
I was never in the closet, but I'm going in. I've got my bubbles on, and I'm like, hey, half reindeer man.
Reindeer man. I don't even know what he's called. That's the one who Eddie Redmayne played in the film, wasn't it? I think. Am I making that up? I don't know. Okay. How many days have you survived on dry shampoo alone?
I think I'm on my 5th day now.
On your 5th, just a bit of Batiste, just to freshen things up, give a bit of volume.
She's got to get those like natural hair wig things, whatever they are, like all Febrezed up, or squirt a bit of Febreze in your wigs. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Top tip from a top drag queen there. Have you got around your house? Have you got extensions drying on the wall on the radiator?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
On the ironing board because I'm about to straighten them.
Really? Fabulous. And the last thing I want to ask you is, do you have or have you ever owned a pair of slag wellies?
Yeah.
I know the answer to this.
I saw the meme yesterday. I was dead. That was so funny. But the girls at school, I loved my Ugg boots or whatever you.
Were they real Ugg boots or were they imitation Ugg boots?
No, they were marketplace Ugg boots. They were snug boots. They were slag wellies. Oh, but when they used to get wet and fold over in the rain.
What is it about wet fabrics and Hunisms and Hundom? What is it about that? We've uncovered something.
I'm going to make a number about wet wellies and wet jeans. I'm going to perform it.
To Nicole Scherzinger's Wet. This is art being created on the Hundamental Guide to Life. Right, okay, now, Elektra, I need some Hundformation from you. I need to know if you have a Hundspirational quote that you live by and why. I'm thinking, you don't have to be mad to live here, but it helps. Don't wait for the rainbows, learn to dance in the rain and all that. So what Hundspirational quote do you live by and why? Is it printed on a mug or tea towel anywhere in your house?
If you tinkle when you sprinkle, be a sweetie and wipe the seaty.
Do you have any of that stuff in your house?
Yeah, I've got it everywhere. So I've got a friend, right?
Who shall remain nameless?
For confidential purposes, her name is not Cheryl. She has Hun quotes everywhere in her house. Everywhere. She's got garden gnomes with Hun quotes on it. She's like the Hun of Huns. She's got like everything. Like every room's got a Hun quote. Whatever room you walk in, it's a quoted room.
And is it ironic, or does she just like that sort of thing?
Oh, she goes to Home Bargains or what's the other one called?
B&M, The Range.
Dunelm. She goes to all them and she gets them all. She loves it.
Well, why not? Why not? If you need to get inspiration from inanimate objects on a day-to-day basis, who are we to judge?
And every morning there's a new message on a chalkboard as well.
Really? And does she get it? Is it a laugh, or do you laugh at her?
I don't think she gets it. I don't think she knows how funny she is.
Well, I'm loving the fact that we are uncovering Cheryl's, or if that's her real name.
Cheryl with an S. No, it's not.
We're breaking down her Hunisms and she's not even here to defend herself. All of my guests have been helping me feed into a timeline of Hun culture, okay? Giving me moments that have stood out to them over the years as Hun. So, for example, these have ranged from steps as a whole, steps a Hun, to, do you remember when all of the guys used to have those cockatoo hairs with the blonde bleach in it and it was all like long down the back, very Alex Parksy? That was Hun. So we're going to add this to our Hun timeline. Is there any moment of Hun culture that stands out to you particularly?
Oh, God, there's loads. Oh, do you know, now, a man can be a Hun, but Nick from Corrie, what's his name?
The old Nick, Adam Rickett.
Oh, do you ever watch that music video?
Well, I breathe again 3 times a week, at least.
That made me who I am today.
What, really?
A raging homo, yes.
Really? So we've got Adam Rickett in his box in the I Breathe Again video that absolutely can go on there.
Footballers' wives. Need some water. Need some water.
When Tanya Turner is letting Frank Laslett die after she's bonked him to death, after sprinkling bits in his drink to make him all randy.
Yeah,
that is definitely got going. Have you rewatched? Have you started rewatching Footballers' Wives on BritBox again? Isn't it brilliant? Do you know what I love about it? Re-looking at it through the lens of 2020 Hun is the interiors. Now, we were watching it the other day, and then back in the day, when you're watching Footballers' Wives the first time around, it was like, oh my God, the houses are stunning, the cars are so opulent, all of that. It's literally like the Range on Smack 20 years later.
Oh no, it's as if like, oh my God, it's as if the Range spunked everywhere. It's just, it's just bloody hell.
It is. Do you know what the other thing is Donna Walmsley's house. You know Donna, Ian and Donna, the one who bunks Salvatore Biaggi. Her house is the honeyest. So she's got these mugs with cats on. She's got like leopard print cushions. But it's all just those fabrics that they're just not as premium as you would want them to be for a footballer wife.
It's just not right, is it?
But it's great for viewing. Let's talk about Drag Race for a second. Who is that honey, apart from yourself, who is your honeyest sister on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 3?
It's got to be Kitty.
I know why. Tell our listeners why.
It's got to be Kitty. Like, Kitty is a Hun. She's a quote machine, that one. She's a Rolodex of quotes. She's just, like, she can quote anything. Like, she's so there. She's like an Instagram page, you know what I mean? She's ready. She's ticking away. But literally, me and Kitty, like, call each other every day, and we're, like, talking as if we're, like, 2 Huns, like, just chatting. And she's just a Hun. She's a pure Hun.
Total Hun. Total Hun. Did you know the girls? Because I know that the scene in London, crosses over quite a lot. But I know that there's queens from out of London and up and down the country. Did you know many of your sisters before you all met in the workroom? Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so before I walked in, I didn't know who was there.
Yeah.
But before Drag Race, I knew Kitty, I knew Vanity, I knew of Victoria, I knew of Charity, I knew of River, Ella. I knew of those queens. And it was so weird walking in. And then, obviously, I couldn't see the queens because they were on the left side of me and I couldn't see them. I heard Vanity's voice and I was like, oh, I've got a friend here. And then I heard Kitty's voice. And I was like, oh my God, because you're not allowed to turn around.
No.
So I was like, oh my God, I've got friends here. And then I turned around and they were there. And it was just like, amazing. But yeah, I knew those before I went in. It was lovely.
So tell us about, because we've got to remember that your season was filmed in the middle of one of the lockdowns, right?
Yeah.
So from getting the call to sort of being on set, what was that process like for you in the middle of lockdown?
It was hard because we couldn't go for fittings. We couldn't go see people for fittings because we weren't, obviously because of COVID and COVID rules and everything, we weren't allowed to go. So it was hard. I had to do fittings over Zoom, and Mr. Fence had to measure me and he didn't know what he was doing. I was like, you've got to put the measuring tape up there and in there, not up there. But yeah, it was hard. And I remember one time, like, I had this, like, not stylist, what they called?
Designer,
thank you. This designer come round. She knocked on my door, hung the costume on the door, and then stood at the gate, watched me try it on, and then did a fitting from a distance. It was so funny. It was just so. Is the word dystopian? Is that the word?
I don't know, but I like it, and I've never heard you speak like this before. So yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, it's very dystopian.
Dystopian.
Oh my God, new word.
We should use that definitely in a meme. There we are. That's going to be in a meme soon.
Hashtag
Dystopian.
copyright, can't use it.
Exactly.
It was weird getting ready in the Panny D.
I mean, I'm never going to go on Drag Race because I don't do drag, but I love drag. I'm a huge fan of drag, obviously. What's it like seeing Mama Ru for the first time? I mean, obviously you'll be looking up because of the height difference, but what's the difference? What's it like?
It's weird.
Yeah.
Like in real life, are we talking Mama Ru as in drag Mama Ru or Mama Ru as in RuPaul?
Let's go both.
So seeing RuPaul in male form for the first time is scary because that's the boss.
Yeah.
That's the big boss. And that was scary. But then seeing Mama Ru in her drag form, in her gorgeousness, absolutely bloody stunning. Like, Raven does a cracking job.
Yeah.
Absolutely mind-blowingly beautiful for all the 2 times that I saw her.
Let's talk about your journey on Drag Race then. So, what's it like for a typical day? Because we see it looks like it's recorded in it looks like it's recorded over a couple of days and the challenges. What does the day look like on the set of Drag Race?
Non-stop.
Yeah.
It's hard work. It's good, but I love working. I love being busy, so it's good. But it was hard. The food was good. I love the food.
Was it British tapas or was it Goujon?
And the snacks. Oh God, I had snacks galore.
Snacks galore. So let's talk about your lip sync. Now, I think that first lip sync on week 1, it has got to be one of the most iconic lip syncs across the whole franchise. I applaud you. What was it like there being in that situation week 1? What's going on inside your head as it's all going on?
Well, they didn't show this part, but I'm sure I can tell you. I don't know why I'm looking over there as if, well,
Rue's in the corner.
I actually was, before I went on to lip sync, I cried. I was like, in the mirror going, don't cry, don't cry. Crying, sobbing my heart out. It's such a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, this is my friend, like my really close friend Anubis. Like, I've got to take her out. It's just like, you feel like it's life or death. It's so weird. It's like mental. But you know me very well. Like, I love performing, so I love a lip sync, and that song as well. I love that song. I love Little Mix. So I was just like, let's go. And I saw what Anubis was wearing as well. I saw that she was in a ball gown, long dress. So I was like, she ain't going to do much. My legs are free to let me kneecaps go.
And the thing which I love about your performance is whenever you perform for us and whenever I see you perform, you're always sort of climbing stuff, jumping things. And your second lip sync, you literally just leaped off the stage and went for it. What was the distance of that? Because I think the set looks much bigger than it actually is.
No. Do you know? No, the set is actually. Do you know, I thought that before I went. The set is like huge. It's the same size as what you think it's going to be.
Really?
And so what you imagine is like that. It's big. It's big. And that was quite a big drop. But I've jumped from higher, so it was fine. But like, I was like, I'm going off that stage. I'm going off. And then I ran. And I was running and I got to the end, I went, no!
Yeah, just looking over. The one thing I want to talk to you about, obviously Hunsnet is all about memes, and we love meme culture and everything like that. For your 2 weeks on the show, you spawned some iconic memes, and they still keep coming.
Yeah, keep them coming. Keep them coming. It pays me rent. Yeah, it's iconic. I love the memes. Someone sent me one like earlier today, and it was Lord of the Rings. And I think it was Lord of the Rings. It was someone. And it was someone spinning, and it was to the song of me. It was to the sound of me, and it's so weird. The memes get weirder and weirder. But it's Michelle it's the meme for Michelle when she goes, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck?
It's iconic. I actually messaged Michelle and inside tea, and I messaged her. I was like, "Have you seen this?" And she messaged back and she was like, "Girl, I'm so glad that you can laugh at yourself. Like you can laugh at the memes and the jokes and me going, what the fuck?" Because it's true. You've got to laugh at yourself. Because if you can't laugh at yourself, how are you going to laugh at somebody else?
Exactly. That should actually be the motto for Huns, because that's what it's all about. 2 short weeks on the show, but a massive impact on pop culture and memes and everything like that. So I applaud you. And of course, let's not forget the iconic Smash the World piece.
Never let anyone tell you can't be something. Show those bullies you can be something. Smash it, smash the world, peace.
Full drunk girl vibes in all bar one smoking area at 2 a.m. Brilliant.
Exactly what it is. It's that, and it's on a t-shirt. If you want to buy it, www.elektrafence.com. All money goes to charity. So if you want to buy that, buy it.
Now let's talk about your merchandise. So if anybody's watching this, I've actually got Elektra Fence official merchandise on here. Now you talk about Mr. Fence a lot on your socials, and I know that Mr. Fence designs your merchandise. Is it a collaborative affair, or do you get told this is what you're having?
No, it's collaborative.
Really?
Family business. We work together. He listens and I listen, and it's all good. Like Bonjour Ducky, incredible.
Exactly. Give him a follow on Instagram. In fact, this was in your opening confessional, wasn't it? About what did you say? Like you're the queen of the brunches, yeah? Was that what you said? It had something about brunches that you love. You love a brunch. I remember that.
I love a brunch.
I love a brunch.
On my head, spinning round, having a shot, jumping off the bar into splits. You know you've been to one of my brunches.
That's it. That's what I remember. So we want to know, out of these songs that we're going to give you, which you would prefer to lip sync, which would get the best of Elektra lip syncing at a brunch. Okay, so here we go. The first one, the epic Freed From Desire, aka Trombolese, or Free by Ultranate.
Trombolese.
Trombolese.
Everywhere I go, it's like playing. It's because of you.
Well, do you know what? Try it. Try waking up every Saturday and Sunday morning and having like an inbox full of Trombolese from all around the world of people.
I do, because it's always on your friggin' story.
Exactly. Next up then, Tommy Kitts, Right Now, or Mystique, All I Want.
Tommy Kitts. Oh,
You love Kerry though, don't you? And Kerry was still in the band then.
Yeah, Tommy Kitts. And Kerry, if you are listening, please do follow me.
Kerry absolutely you love Kerry. Ever since we first met, you love Kerry. What is it about Kerry love?
I've always loved her, like, since I was a little kid. Like, I think I wanted to be her in Atomic Kitten. And then, like, on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, I was just obsessed. And just obsessed since that. And then the £1 gig that she did for Iceland.
Party platter for a £5. Exactly. Okay, what makes you key change? Westlife, Flying Without Wings, or Boyzone, Love Me for a Reason?
Ooh, I'm going to say Flying Without Wings, yeah, Westlife, Flying Without Wings. When they get off their chairs, right, and they stand up, I get off my chair. Their chair's dry, my chair's damp. I'm flying without
Where
wings. It's a go-to karaoke song, that.
is it?
Yeah.
What you sing? You sing "Flying Without Wings" at karaoke?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Remind me to avoid that karaoke. I know that I've heard your vocal talents, and I'm just waiting for the Christmas album to drop. If I'm totally honest with you, you're singing a song about your ex. Is it "Since You've Been Gone," Kelly Clarkson, or "Sweet Dreams, My LAX" by Rachel Stevens?
It's neither.
It's neither.
It's listen to the song here in my heart. I'm sat there in the bath with candles everywhere, nearly setting myself ablaze.
That's it. You're just rocking, munching on a piece of toast with lemon curd on. Why not? Why not? Right, so we spoke about your time on Drag Race very briefly earlier on. Now, and of course we spoke about your love, or Hun's love, of inspirational quotes. Just remind everybody, what was your lipstick mirror message to everybody as you left?
I couldn't reach love you, vanity. Fun fact, right? I actually couldn't reach, man. I was just thinking, in your head, I was like, what do I write here? I didn't think I'd get to that. Because to be honest, I got in my head and thought I'd win. But I thought, well, I have to write a mirror message, so I didn't think about it. So when I was writing it, I don't know why I wrote love vanity. I was meant to put, like, love Elektra, but I put love vanity for some reason.
So you're basically proclaiming your love for vanity when you should have been signing up as yourself.
Yeah, I've still got that lipstick, by the way.
Is it uniform issue, or is it something from the Anastasia Beverly Hills collection?
It's collection 2000.
Collection 2000. Right, let's see though if you can guess. We've got a couple of other queens from the show. We've got their lipstick farewell message. Let's see if you can guess who they are. So the first one is, long live the OG RuPaul's Drag Race UK slags. You're all amazing. Hodgepodge forever.
Oh, it's got to be Vinegar Strokes.
It is Vinegar Strokes. Well done. And the last one is Witches Unite, Fancy a Slice.
Ginny Lemon.
Ginny Lemon season 2. Well done. I'm sure there'll be lots more of inspirational quotes on the RuPaul mirror for years to come. Moving on now to something else that we love on the Hundamental Guide to Life. Of course, we love to live, love, and laugh. Okay, so we're gathering an ultimate Hun playlist from our guests and finding out what tracks make them live, love, and laugh. Okay, so we're going to start off with your live track. So what track makes you live? I don't know, but for example, makes you want to leap off the stage and jump into the splits. What track is that?
Oh, there's so many. Anastasia, Left Outside Alone.
Really?
That's not the title, is it?
It is the title.
I don't wonder if you know, jump, boom. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, that is a good one.
That's your live track. We love that track, as you know. Anastasia, I think, is a forgotten gem in the world. I think we need to bring back... I know she's not gone away because I follow her and she's brilliant. I think she was on the Italian X Factor or something like that. But I'm waiting for that Anastasia big comeback. You know, like when Cher came back in, I think, 98 with Believe. I think that Anastasia's got it in her to bring her back again and to grace us with more Hun hits.
She invented sunglasses.
She did. Squared ones.
Square ones. Like Crystal Versace wears them all the time and she don't know why she's wearing them. But I tell her, you're wearing them because of Anastasia.
Anastasia walked so Crystal Versace could run in the sun.
In the sun.
Fabulous. Okay, next track. Okay, the lights are down low, the pumpkin spice Yankee candles are lit, and the rom-com is primed. We want you to tell us, what is the song that makes you love? Now, it can either make you love or put you in the mood for love.
Good question. Now, what makes me love? Oh, can I have a vanilla candle as well to mix with the pumpkin spice?
You can, just to really get,
Just to get that, like, smell, that Yankee candle.
that you could cut through with a knife, quite literally.
Oh, yes.
She's got the Yankees on. Go on.
She's got her Yankees on. She's got own Bargain's own Yankee candle.
Oh, she's got a fella around tonight. I can smell a Yankee coming out of her windows.
What makes me love?
Uh-huh.
Round, round, baby, round, round. Da, 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 da.
The Sugar Babes, Round Round makes you in the mood for love.
Yes.
You're going to need to elaborate on this because I've got a visual picture of something going on that's not sitting quite well in my mind. So why does that make you? Why does that?
Well, Gareth, what are you saying?
I need you to elaborate. I need you to tell me about this. Go on.
Now, when I was a kid, it's got nothing to do with lovemaking.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Right. I went to Mackie D's and there are other fast food joints available. I went to Mackie D's and I got a Happy Meal, right? My mum got me a Happy Meal. And inside that Happy Meal was a little speaker and it had that song on it. And from that day on, I was obsessed.
You were obsessed. Now, we've spoken about this previously. I was like, what are you talking about? But I've since researched this, and these things were in the Happy Meal, total like waste of plastic and everything like that, completely unnecessary. And you pressed a button and it was literally like 15 seconds
Yeah.
of the song.
How did they make that at the time? It was like, what?
Mind blown.
Mind blown. They made those speakers so the iPhone could walk.
Exactly. We've got the McDonald's 15-second MP3 player to thank for all of our technological advances in the 21st century.
Exactly. I really, really want a Happy Meal now.
Exactly. What would you have in a Happy Meal? Nuggets or would you have a fruit bag or fries? What would you have?
I never understood why people got fish fingers. I was like, why are you getting fish fingers? Your mum can make them at home.
Well, yeah.
But you can't make those chicken nuggets.
You can't.
Or the cheeseburger.
I don't know about you, but McDonald's, I mean, I absolutely love McDonald's. It is my go-to. I can convince myself that I need a McDonald's at any given moment of the day.
Yeah.
But over the years, my cheeseburger game has been upped quite considerably because if like it started off as like one patty and I was absolutely fine with that. And then they did the double cheese. And then I was like, well, you'd never have a one patty cheeseburger. But now it's gone up to triples. And that is just standard issue for me now. I don't know about you.
Do you know what I love? I do love a triple cheeseburger, but I love taking the bun separately, right? And then eating the burger and just holding the burger in my mouth and just letting all that oil just do its thing. I love it. I love McDonald's burgers.
Are you okay, hun?
No, I'm frothing.
She's foaming at the gash. Okay, our last track then on the Lib Lub Laugh snippet of the show is The Laugh. What track makes you laugh or feel good or joyous? What is that track for you, Miss Fence?
It's got to be an X Factor track.
X Factor.
Mariah Carey makes me laugh.
What, just her as a person or the music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just laugh at her because I think she's just so outrageous.
What's your favourite Mariah Carey outrageous moment?
It's got to be the Christmas albums, hasn't it? It's got to be All I Want for Christmas. It's got to be that.
I mean, that is camp. My favourite Mariah Carey moment is, and I think I've spoken about this on the podcast previously, when she is on Good Morning America and the backing singers are singing her part and she's literally like, she's singing Touch My Body and then she's like walking over to them and she's like, stop singing my part.
Yeah.
The audacity, I love it. Well, the audacity of why would you interrupt Mariah Carey on Good Morning America? But B, the moment that comes after it, when Mariah Carey basically tells you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Stop singing her part.
Have you seen the one where she's like, ooh, and they're like, turn my mic up, ooh, and then she goes, someone's getting fired.
Are you like that now? You've done Drag Race. Has your diva scale just gone off now because you've appeared on Teller?
Yeah, now I've got someone to pull my suitcase. It's great. I tell Mr. Fence if he carries on with his attitude, you're going to get fired.
What, from being Mr. Fence or the merchandise? You're going to outsource the merchandise?
Yeah, I'm good at outsourcing. You carry on. Where's your attitude?
Now, another thing that we do here on the Hundamental Guide to Life is we like to solve people's problems. Are you a bit of a problem solver yourself?
I am. I'm the Rubik's Cube of problems.
I'm the Rubik's Cube of problems. That is a Rubik's Cube waiting to be solved there.
That's going to be on my gravestone, that.
With other podcasts and other, sort of audio series out there, what they do is they get the listenership to send in their problems. But we love nostalgia here at the Hundamental Guide to Life. And as a result, we thought that we would revisit some of the problems that appeared in problem pages of teen magazines from the past. So we're talking More magazine, we're talking Sugar magazine, we're talking Ms. Just 17 and whatnot. Did you read those magazines back in the day when you were a young lady?
Oh, I read them all the time.
We've been revisiting these problem pages, and what we've been doing is getting our Hunsnet followers to give advice as a Hun in 2021 to vintage problems that were sent in to magazines back in the day. So perhaps you can help us with this one as well. So here is the problem. I really fancy this boy in my class, and I think he likes me too because he's written on my book before. Did you ever do that, write on each other's books?
Oh, yeah. I always do dirty notes.
Dirty, dead dirty, Alsatians the lot. At break, I heard him and his mates say I was dead spotty and he wouldn't snog me. But at the disco, he asked me to slow dance. Mixed signals, red flags there if you say. Does he fancy me or not? I've tried everything to get rid of my spots, but it's really bad when I'm on. I really think he's the one. What should I do? Spotty in love in Yorkshire.
Listen, your spots are gorgeous. Don't let anyone tell you can't be something. Your spots are beautiful, right? This person that is interested, you're interested in, girl, get out now, babes, get out, go, just get gone, because it's not the one. He's not interested. He's just after your money.
Your money, your school money, your lunch money.
So yeah, we don't want that. You don't need him, and just get out.
Get out, run for the hills.
Go with the nerd, because the nerds are the ones who were always the best.
Is that speaking from experience?
Oh, I'm experienced.
Okay, so here's what some of our Huns had to say. They practically agree with you that he's an overwhelming snake.
Snake.
So Lucy Culpin said, boys are snakes, Hun. You focus on you and inbox me laters. That's great advice, I think. If in doubt, inbox a friend. Snog his friend. Some advice we all did in the school days. I'm sure that was from Natalie Georgina. Snog his friend. That's probably a good idea. Lady Kingston says, we want to know your life motto. Who told Spotties to just be easy, men love a hoe, throw yourself at him, forget your spots and get over to Cheryl's Cure on her vitamin page. I think they're talking about Cheryl Cole's vitamins that she's selling at the moment. Overwhelming result there that the guy's a snake. You go out there all Huns blazing, you do you. That's what I think she should do.
You do you, Hun. Get out there.
Get out there. We're nearly coming to the end of the podcast, but we have asked all of our guests week in, week out on the Hundamental Guide to Life to induct someone into our Royal Hun Hall of Fame, aka the Royal Hunness. Now, as a queen yourself, Elektra, you know royalty, and each week, as I said, we are crowning a Royal Hunness as our guests pick their absolute iconic Hun to crown and enter into the Great Hall of Huns. So who would you pick as your Royal Hunness and why?
I anoint thee, Kerry Katona, as the Queen of Hun this week, because she's just an icon and she is the moment and she's everything, and everything. I love her. I just love Kerry.
We love Kerry. You love Kerry. And if Kerry is listening to this, as we said earlier, what would make Elektra's day is that if you would follow them on Instagram.
Yeah. Or just drop me a DM.
Or a DM. Perhaps there could be a collaboration. You and Kerry could have a prawn ring collaboration to pay homage to the Iceland days. You could get your prawn ring out. She could get her prawn ring out. Boom.
And we can just share it.
Exactly. So, Kerry Katona, congratulations. You've been inducted into the Great Hall of Huns from Elektra Fence. Thank you so much. Elektra, now, before we wrap up, tell us what's coming up for you. What have our fans and your fans got to look forward to coming up from the Elektra Fence brand over the next coming months?
Oh, there's lots coming. There's tours announcing soon. There's collaborations coming. Keep your eyes peeled. And yeah, there's lots coming up. Follow me on all my socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's all Elektra Fence, Elektra Fence. And yeah, I'm everywhere. Get a cameo if you want a cameo. Oh, I love it all. But yeah, buy my merch, electrafence.com.
That's what we love. A nice shameless plug here to finish off the podcast today. Elektra, thank you so much. It's been an absolute honour to have you on the Hundamental Guide to Life. You've been absolutely amazing. We've loved your journey on Drag Race. We can't wait for you to perform with us again at our Hun brunches. We are really excited for everything that's coming up. Thanks, Elektra. You go out there, all Huns blazing.
Thank you, Hunsnet, for everything. I love you. I owe it all to you.
That's it from the Hundamental Guide to Life. This episode, don't forget you can get your fix of our Gorgina picks and more tracks to pop your pussy to with some Prosexy. So follow the Hunsnet profile on Spotify where we'll dump all of the songs. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and follow this podcast. Oh yeah, and rate and review 5 stars. Thank you.
Insanity Group.
If you love Hunsnet and you love brunch and you've not checked out Hunsnet's Hun Brunch, then you're missing out, honey. Join us at least once a month in London and up and down the country for drag dallins, gorgy cocky teas, competitions, prizes, exclusive merch giveaways, and wall-to-wall Huns. So whether it's a birthday celebration, hen party, girly catch-up, or actually for any reason whatsoever, get on the Nokia 3310 to the Girly Whirlies and get yourselves to Hun Brunch immediately, if not sooner. Tickets exclusively available on Dice.